Hello, my fellow readers. This is Dark Symphony 77. So, within a fan fiction review, as always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell for notifications. Leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts of the video and any future fan fictions you want me to read or review. As always, this is my opinion. My opinion is not indicative of everyone in the world, so please respect that. And finally, if you want to keep up to date on my channel, please join my Discord. I don't have anyone in my Discord. I'm sad and lonely. I'm kidding. So the story I am reviewing is okay. It's called Stranded and Giant by 31. That's actually the guy's name, 31. 30. 30. I'm a turd! It is a Call of Duty fan fiction, specifically based around the COD Zombies game mode. Now, Call of Duty has like a really, really weird habit. Like, if you actually go on the Call of Duty section, it has like, like some areas have like the world section. Like, if I just go to, like Call of Duty and I click on the filter, I'll say, world! There is a lot! There is a lot. There is a lot. Like, there's Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 2. There's Captain... Why is there Captain Price? I don't know. COD 2, Riley, Ghost, Historical Series, Modern Warfare series. God dang. There is a lot. There is a lot in terms of the world. There's like, there's like the Call of Duty 1 to 3, the Modern Warfare series, World War II, my personal favorite Call of Duty game ever made. I just personally like War II better than like all the other Call of Duties. Black Ops series. Then there's also the COD Zombie series, with Rick Duffin and Nikolai and everyone. And that's what this story is based off. It's based off the COD Zombies. Now the COD Zombies is very, very complicated. The only reason I'm doing this review series of this story is simply because the Aether story is finally ended with Tagged or Toten and everyone dying. If you want to hear my opinion, if you want to think what my opinions are, I actually kind of like the ending. I kind of knew that everyone was going to die. I think they could have set it up better, but, I'm not complaining about it. I think, the whole idea behind it was actually sound. Like, in order for everything, to finish, they have to die. So I thought, okay, that's not a bad idea. And it's executed pretty good. Just could have been better. But this story is all the way back from 2011. So this is like Black Ops 1. So the only maps we have are Nacht, Baruch, Shinonuma, Derice, where this story takes place. And I believe at the point in time when it's June 27th, probably Kino and 5 would be the only maps available, I think. What was the map that came after 5? Ascension? Yeah, I think Ascension was still a month away when the story first came out. I think. I know Ascension was the next map. I can't remember if it was out or was it about to be out. I don't know. Let's get back. Let's go on to the review. So the plot is this pilot named David Jordan. He's piloting over, doing like a test run over past, over like German territory. He's just flying, doing on a test run, and then his systems start failing, and he has to like pilot the plane into a landing. He manages to land it, and where does he end up? He ends up at the Group 935 facility, Derice, otherwise known as the Giant. It's there, he's just he's trying to figure out, like, okay, I gotta get out of here. And then he gets stuck in there, and then he gets attacked by a bunch of zombies, led by Samantha, of course. And so the story is basically just him, just wandering around, examining what's happening to Reese, while also trying to find out who this voice is, and also just trying to get out. A lot of the story's charms comes from the fact that David Jordan is obviously an author, so he's kind of like, here's how a normal person, like, if they're put into COD Zombies, here's how they would react to some of the stuff. Like the exploding dogs, like, the perks. Like throughout the entire story, he actually drinks the perks. So, he kind of figures it out. He reacts to like all the little intricacies in Derice. Like if you actually throw a monkey bomb into the furnace, it'll actually start screaming in pain. And Samantha kind of talks to him, time to time again. And so the story kind of has him just like, I just want to get out of here. And the dogs keep bothering him. And then he kind of becomes friends with Samantha. Samantha, of course, during World at War and the Black Ops was kind of meant to be the bad guy until, surprise, it was Richtofen. You thought it was a little girl, but it's me, the German mad scientist. Ha ha ha, now let me bathe in your blood. It's weird. Like I said, the plot of Aether is weird. It's really weird. So story continues on, like him, slowly kind of getting the going through like all the little stuff that happens journey in that you find in Derice, even though like the little fly trap, like I want to play a game. And David kind of retrofits it to try and get to know Samantha. Said, hey, how about if I help you? How about I play with you? But you tell me a little about myself. And he's like, okay. And then Samantha just kind of warms up to him. It's not a romance story. She just wants to. She just kind of sees that. You actually talk to me. I want to be your friend. And so and then Fluffy's there, like not the puppies, like the hellhounds, not the puppies. No, Fluffy, like the original, the original hellhound. And he's like, oh, she just wants to warm up with you, and you're like, okay. And then Samantha, she manages to help him out, like getting the the little audio tape Easter eggs that have to tell the story about 935, ending up with Samantha and Maxis ending up on the moon. So Samantha finding the MPD and starting this whole thing. And then Samantha is like, okay, I want to bring you here. And so she brings them into her room in the house in Agartha, and says, I just want to be your friend. I warmed up to you. You're not such a bad person. It's like, okay, I'll help you get out. And then she gives him a Wonder Waff, which is like, cool. And then somehow Nikolai shows up. It's like, Wooka! Right from Kino der Toten. Like, no, seriously, it's from Kino der Toten. At this time, based on the time frame of this story it takes place at the same time as Kino. So, they're traveling through the theater. And I guess Nikolai ended up doing the teleport and ended up in Samantha's room. Where's my vodka? And, being Nikolai. And so Samantha kind of sends him on his way. And then at the end of the story, she constantly summons Fluffy to help him out, just get to his plane. And then, when he gets to the plane, she gives him her teddy bear. Said, just as a gift for being my friend. And then he flies off. There was a sequel planned. There was a sequel being worked on involving the events of 5 and Ascension, with David and Samantha actually teaming up to go against the like some of the zombies and the Pentagon Thief. Story was actually looking like the Pentagon Thief was actually going to be the antagonist of the story, but the story became discontinued, which is actually kind of sad because it was actually shaping up to be better than the first story, especially with like the very hilarious image of Samantha Maxis just carting around a thunder gun. That's actually a pretty funny image. It's like, this is the thunder gun. Okay, what does it do? It shoots pressurized air like a bullet. And I just seen her just wander around. Just not even like in Richtofen's body like it happens in Moon. Like Samantha herself just carting around the thunder gun. That would actually be a very funny image in my head. I would actually pay someone to just have a picture of like a teenage Samantha, because in this story she's a teenager, carting around the thunder gun, she's just clumsily just holding it over her shoulders, like just trying to figure out how it works, just how to hold it. It's actually a pretty funny image. But that story was discontinued, so all we have is the first story. For the plot, it's okay. I mean, it does what it has to do. It's just this normal average Joe disconnected from the events of COD Zombies, ending up at Derice, experiencing what all the new... He's like a new player, so to speak. Like, them finding out all the little Easter eggs, like the fly trap, the monkey bombs, his reactions to the perk. I actually really love his reaction to Double Tap, because Double Tap like the most useless perk in World at War, mainly because unless you were using the PPSH or you was using the flamethrower, it didn't really help. Like with the like with the PPSH, it just moves so fast it just mowed down zombies. And the flamethrower, it actually just increased the damage for the flamethrower. So it was actually the only gun it was actually increased the damage was that one gun. But I like his reaction, like when he tastes quick revive, he's like, it tastes like fish. And then when he drinks Juggernog, it's like, it tastes like nog. Wonder, and then he looks at the door. It's like, it's Juggernaut. I also like the little. There's actually a lot of little in jokes, like the little, like the in jokes, like when you're playing on a solo game, you can only take like 3 bottles of quick revive before the machine goes. Well, in this one, he takes the 3rd bottle and then when he tries to go for it again, it's not giving the bottle. It's like, give me the bottle, give me the goddamn bottle. And so he kicks it one more time and he leaves, and then the bottle falls out. And I thought that was actually pretty funny. It's like it's like a classic joke, but it worked. And then we got the Speed Cola, which he hated. He's like, oh, and he acted like Takeo when he tried Speed Cola. Speed Cola, speed of your life. He's like, I must defend the honor of Speed Cola. Yes. With his sword, like stabbing anything. And then double tap root beer. He just drinks it. It's like, oh, that's not bad. It's like, what does this do? And he's like trying, and he spends like part of the chapter just trying to find out what does it do. And he's like, this is just regular root beer. Object. He throws the bottle. It's like, yeah. Which I thought was hilarious. I think that was the funniest moment in the entire story. Just him lamp cheating that double tap root beer 1.0 was just completely garbage. Unless you're using the PPSH or the flamethrower or shotgun, because you get to pump the gun faster. I just like that little joke. I just like that was hilarious. I did like the Nikolai cameo saying, hey, I wasn't expecting the zombies crew to actually like cameo, so like having Nikolai just show up, even for like a couple sentences, and it's cool. Like, okay, it's happening within the zombies continuity. It's happening at the same time as Kino, so it's like, okay. A little decision of Samantha, just giving the teddy bear. I like that. It ends up like a high note saying, okay, he got the teddy bear. I wasn't expecting a sequel, but then we got the sequel and it didn't finish. Again, Samantha holding a thunder gun. I want that picture. It's very cutesy. I would for characters, you pretty much only got 2 characters, David Jordan and Samantha. Both of them are done pretty well. David Jordan's just like a noob playing Call of Duty. He's like, go like his various reactions to like all the little intricacies. It just highlights his connection to the player itself. So I thought that's at least a little creative, not particularly original, but in the sense of there's not really a lot of COD zombie stories. It's all right. Like the fly trap's like, what? And throwing the monkey's like creeped out, and then when he accidentally, when Samantha willingly activates the Easter egg song, Beautification of Annihilation, I believe that's what it's called, and then he's just rocking out, just shooting zombies, like, oh, and he's acting like Messiah, and then Samantha's like, what are you doing? Just go. It's like, okay. Take the box with you, because the max ammo is like an actual little box that he just stuffs all of it, and Samantha's like, just grab the box and take it. Which I thought was funny. Pacing, I thought it was paced decently enough. It's only like 2,100 words, so it's not an overly long story. It's just long enough to give us the gist of what's going on, his various reactions to everything that goes on in the map with the teleporters and the pack-a-punch and everything. I do like the original upgraded weapon that he has. He actually has what was the name? What's the name of the gun? What's the name of the gun? He had a actual original, like a gun. Let's see. No. I can't remember. Oh, Beauty of Annihilation. Hey, I found there's a song. It's actually in the, it was actually original handgun, and when he fires it, it fires chainsaws. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like, that's nice. That's nice. That's pretty cute. Just because it reminded me of Borderlands. Like one of the guns is actually fires swords, but that's Borderlands 2. Explosions. I just had to throw in a Mr. Torg reference somewhere. I just had to. Grammar, didn't find anything wrong with it. And finally, I did the pacing. Yeah, I did everything. Would I recommend the story? That's kind of a hard one because this one contains a lot of references to Derice. So if you're someone who's not familiar, and part of the charm of the story is the fact you have to be at least aware of what happened, at least knowing that map and how it works is kind of the charm. So I would have to say, if you don't know anything about Derice, like the map layout, the gimmicks, the fly trap, the monkey thing, the perks, everything, I wouldn't recommend this. But if you know the references that the story does, because it does a lot of referential humor towards Derice itself, just that one map. I know, like, just go on YouTube, type in Derice, watch a couple gameplay things of it, figure it out, or just get Black Ops 3 because it comes with a remaster of Derice the Giant, which is basically Derice translated. I don't get that one. But overall, if you're not familiar with the map, though, I won't recommend it. But if you're at least somewhat familiar with the map, or at least somewhat familiar with like certain aspects of the story, like the perks and Samantha, then give the story a try. My personal opinion, I'm actually a fan of the zombies. My favorite maps are actually their Eisendrach, Zetsubo. Unpopular opinion, I actually really like Zetsubo from Black Ops 3. 9 from Black Ops 4. I actually liked a lot of the World War II maps. Those are not connected to Treyarch. Kino, of course, Kino. Who doesn't love Kino? I think like nobody really hates Kino, like as far as I know. And I guess what was that last map? One map. It was from Black Ops 2. Oh, Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead. I really love Mob of the Dead. I wasn't a big fan of Origins, just my opinion. But yeah, I just really like the story. Favorite part, the double tap part. I'm sorry, that was just this one specific joke only comes from people who played World at War. So you have to play a very specific map in a very specific game to kind of figure out what the joke was. And it was pretty funny. Like in Black Ops 1, people just ignore double tap unless they're using shotguns. And then Black Ops 2 and 3, they just made it double tap 2.0, so it became more useful. But double tap 1, it was just a joke unless you were running the flamethrower. And even then, you only really wanted to use it on Derice, so you could pack a punch the flamethrower, so it becomes nitric and cool, so you can use it more often. Because the thing about the flamethrower in World at War was it actually had a stat where it actually gets more powerful the more zombies you kill. So if you get it really early and then you start using it immediately, it actually starts racking up more and more damage. And with double tap, it actually gets more powerful, but it kind of overheats more quickly. I just really liked the flamethrower. I just have a soft spot for that one gun. But still, just the joke was just so priceless with him just reacting like, this is garbage. Because you have to actually because that's one of those things you have to actually know the joke to get it. But I really liked it. Final thoughts. I really did like the story. I don't think it's perfect. I honestly think it's really short. But since it's basically just a guy just trying to reacting to like all the gimmicks that Derice had to offer, it wasn't bad for what it did. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I don't have to say I hate it, but it was very bland. But if you're a fan of COD Zombies, yeah, give it a shot. I just really wish the sequel was if the author finished working on the sequel, because I really liked the sequel. It was much better written. It was much better paced, and in terms of plot with them going against the Pentagon Thief, I really wanted to see that story finished, especially with the whole idea of you actually playing as Samantha, not Samantha in Rick Puffin's body, but Samantha in general. I thought that was a really cool idea. Because I think Samantha's like the most intriguing character of the entire zombie storyline, next to Rick Puffin. But that's neither here or there. This has been Dark Symphony 777, and cut.